Good day, viewers, and welcome to another episode of Government and Public Service Reports on Atlantic Television Network. News, events, and stories abound in the state system. ATN's appetite for in-depth, unbiased, and factual reportage is a driving principle for this program in order to bring government and public service activities to the doorstep of the people. Let's go through the highlights of today's reports. In Rivers State, sole administrator pledges to restore stability. In Oyo State, government drops murder charges against Naomi, others. On presidency, Tinubu orders treatment of Abuja explosion victims. On National Assembly, Tinubu's Rivers intervention timely and constitutional, Northern Rep caucus. On partnership, minister seeks aid to displaced children. And on IPOB, NJC faults reports of Nnamdi Kanu's release. We'll take a short break, and when we return, we'll go straight to the details. Stay tuned. Welcome back, and now we dive into the details for today. We're open for advert placements, news and event coverage, personality, society and political interviews, product, service promotion and commercials. You can connect with us on ROH and socials, Facebook and YouTube at Atlantic Television Network, Instagram and TikTok at Atlantic TV Network 1, and on Twitter at Atlantic TV Net. You can watch us live on our website at www.atlanticnetwork.tv. Sole Administrator of Rivers State, retired Vice Admiral Ibok Etta Ibas, law and order, ensure stability and create an enabling environment for economic growth. But this mission requires collective support from all stakeholders, regardless of political affiliation or ethnicity, he stated. He discouraged attacks on oil infrastructure, reminding residents of the we must resist the temptation to return to the ugly days, he cautioned. While he pledging to uphold civil liberties and the rule of law, the sole administrator warned that lawlessness and violence will not be tolerated. We will not act arbitrarily, but we will not hesitate to deal with it. Still in Rivers State, officials of the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control have seized large quantities of counterfeit rice during a raid in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. NAFDAC disclosed this in a statement accompanied by photos and videos shared on XCOM on Thursday. The statement read, NAFDAC, in collaboration with producers of Big Bull Rice, has raided shops in Woji, Mile 3 and Mile 1 markets in Port Harcourt, uncovering large-scale sales of counterfeit Big Bull Rice. A shop on the YKC axis of Woji was identified as a cause, and the circumstances are not natural. The law will take its course. So the state responded by filing charges against the persons implicated in the investigation. In the course of doing that, we actually wanted to prosecute, but affected persons showed empathy. They showed compassion, and as far as human beings can do, they tried to persuade the feelings of the affected parties. And in the circumstance, the essence of prosecution is not to kill people or persecute them. It is in the interest of justice to discontinue these charges, and that is what happened today. So we withdrew the charge, and it was struck out by the law. There is no charge against them again, so they are free, he added. In Ogun State, Commissioner for Environment Ola Oresanye Mpale in Ado-Odo local government, among others, should get prepared to relocate to safer grounds before the coastal flood between the state capital to acquaint the residents of the state with the flood alert for 2025. He said the ministry yearly issues flood alerts to residents towards raising their consciousness about flood and its adverse impacts on the environment and socio-economic life to allow for free flow of water to curb flooding across the state. He revealed that in a bid to further mitigate of Aparo Aro River, Orasanye disclosed that the project had been built by State Governor Dabo Abiodun for the dredging of Aparo rivers to curb flooding in Isheri community. Moving on still, representatives from all 12 border communities in Osun State have been urged to collaborate with security agencies and the state government to prevent bandits from infiltrating the state. These bandits are reportedly fleeing from military operations in northern Nigeria. The call was made by the Special Advisor to the Governor on Security Matters, Mr. Samuel Ojo, during a workshop organized by the state government. The workshop brought together representatives from the 12 border communities and leaders from various security agencies in the state. The participating communities included Ilaodo, Owena Imesiile, Ifetodo, Araromi Owu, Esa Oke, Ikoyi Asejire, Feidan, Ofon Oshun, Iwo, Ikeji Ile, and Okeila. Also in attendance were the Commandant of the Nigerian Air Force Institute of Safety, Ipetu Ijesa, Group Captain Abdukadi Bello, Retired Colonel Yunusu Ishaku, representatives of the Commander, Engineer, Osun State Commissioner of Police, and Corps member of the Osun Amitokun Corps, Mr. Isaac Omoyele, among others. In his address, Ojo emphasized that the goal of the workshop was to enhance security across every corner of the state, including covert operations to prevent mayhem. There must also be thorough sensitization on the importance of ensuring effective security in our border areas to prevent bandits from entering Osun. Ojo further emphasized the need for collaborative efforts in maintaining the security of the state, saying everyone must work together to ensure the safety of Osun and uphold its reputation as one of the most peaceful states in Nigeria. I assure the people that the current administration in Osun will continue to implement measures to protect lives and property while providing the necessary resources to support security agencies. Still in Benue State, Police Command has commenced an investigation into the abduction of the officer of the Federal Road Safety Corps. The spokesperson for the command, Catherine Anene, in a third statement said investigation is ongoing on the case, the abduction of the officer. Gunmen suspected to be kidnappers had abducted an inspector of the FRSC identified as Nathaniel Tewanga Kumashe in Benue State. According to a family member, Kumashe was kidnapped at his residence in Nse Abo Ushi Mbako in Taka local government area of the state. He was said to have returned home after he attended the wake of his late cousin, who is to be buried on Friday today. Confirming the incident on Thursday via telephone, his uncle, who is a former special advisor to Benue State Governor on Transportation, Chief Yima Abo, said his nephew was kidnapped at about 10 p.m. on Wednesday. He stated that the gunmen, on getting to his residence, fired gunshots to scare his family members and neighbors before he was whisked away. Newsmen gathered that youths in the entire community immediately launched a search throughout the night, but the search was fruitless. Abo said operatives of the Nigerian Security Civil Defense Corps joined in the search operation, adding that police officers had visited the community after the incident. The public relations officer for FRSC in the state, Ngozi Ahuala, confirmed the abduction and said the matter had been reported to the police. Moving on, in a similar situation, Commissioner of Police Yahaya Bello, alongside other top officials, have embarked on an on-the-spot assessment visit to the state's border with Taraba. Arewa reports that the visit aimed at familiarizing the team with the terrain, identifying potential flashpoints and assessing security deployment around border towns and routes. The team traveled from Biwili local government area to Shongom local government area, covering areas such as Biliri, Lalapido, Tangalang, Tau Todi, and Filiaro to Duaj village. According to the CP, this visit is part of our commitment to proactive policing, ensuring the safety and security of our people. We are determined to identify areas for improvement. He further. Moving on to Bauchi State, federal government through the Federal Road Maintenance Agency has kick-started the maintenance of the repair works on 32-kilometer roads in Bauchi State ahead of the rainy season. The Federal Road Maintenance Engineer of FEMA, Bauchi Field Office, Napan Juro, disclosed this in an interview with a newsman on Wednesday. Juro, who assured that the federal government was more concerned about the safety of lives of Nigerians plying the roads on daily basis and more especially during festive periods, said this was the reason behind the maintenance of the major road. He explained that the projects were under the 2024 budget, adding that even though the contractors delayed reporting to the site, the works were almost completed. The engineer added, presently, we have 3 contractors working on our various sites in Bauchi State. The main one is the Bauchi Just Road, and the contractor is almost at the 100% completion stage of the project. The project is covering 20 kilometers towards the Plateau State border, and when you go there now, you will see that it is spotless free. You will see that it is potholes free, I beg your pardon, and we did a lot of overlays along the road. Secondly, we have another ongoing project along the Bauchi-Gombe Road. And the Minister of Steel Development, Shaibu Abubakar Audu, has disclosed plans to partner with the Ministry of Defense and the Defense Industry Corporation of Nigeria to produce military hardware for the Nigerian Armed Forces and other security agencies in the country. Speaking during a visit to the National Steel Raw Materials Exploration Agency in Kaduna on Thursday, Audu said a memorandum of understanding had already been drafted and shared with DECON pending presidential approval. One of President Bola Tinubu's key objectives is the rehabilitation of Ajaokuta Steel Company. We are working towards in Nigeria, he said. Meanwhile, the minister also revealed that Nigeria imports about $4 billion worth of steel annually, stressing the need for import substitution to reduce pressure on foreign exchange. According to the minister, this was a clear indication that the country needs to focus on import substitution to reduce the pressure on foreign exchange. Audu described the agency as a cornerstone in the federal government's plan to grow Nigeria's economy to $1 trillion by 2030. For Nigeria to produce steel in the large quantities we desire, it is very important that the exploration arm of the industry is operating at full capacity, he said. The minister commended NSRMEA for its performance, noted that previous assessments ranked it as one of the best performing agencies under the ministry. Moving on to KB State, government has rejected recent allegations made in a month's TNG report. The report called for an investigation into the 7.23 billion naira Agungu Township from Montsi TNG has been dismissed as an effort. They were not given a fair hearing regarding the